Recording in progress.
Welcome, friends. Dr. Lorre here. We just completed our live stream of the meditation for a four-part Oracle deck series that I'm developing to benefit the Halen Academy, which is a nonprofit organization that brings educational and healing resources worldwide. And we are collectively connecting with and downloading and embodying the sovereign codes for spiritual expansion and awakening. And today we were working on, and I know you can't read this, but I have like 75 of these on the wall next to me, as the Oracle deck has been downloaded, a four-part series. And together we are co-creating the each card through our meditation and download and dissemination translation process, right? And so today's card is embodiment. Embodiment and drawing from Mary Magdalene's gospel and the concept of the egg, which is frequently associated with Mary Magdalene, but not directly attributed um, in the gospel, at least not that I have read. But I'm not a scholar in those ways. I'm a nursing scholar. That's where my scholarship is. So I will let you correct me if am not informed regarding the actual connection or inclusion of the concept of the egg in Mary Magdalene's gospel. But we're going to draw upon it nonetheless because our concept is embodiment. And and this has to do with connecting with and living as an expression of our soul that is seated, encapsulated within our heart. And so sometimes we get so busy in the mind and the ego, the individual ego, the collective ego. Oh my goodness. I mean, there are more stimulus and inputs and programmings with all the media, the social media, uh, the artificial intelligence. I mean, it's just we're getting bombarded with mental energy and messages that can sometimes override the the divine essence within us that we embody like an egg is whole, perfect, and complete, and will go through its genesis and differentiation into the form that is being expressed through the egg. So too is that contained within our soul, our essence, within our heart. And being able to connect with and align with and be an expression of our true nature, which is always an expression of creativity in this rhythmical cycle of expansion and contraction. Also inherent with that is transformation, and transformation in the form of that we are always, as humans, part of the journey is that we are presented with opportunities to transcend and transmute a number of challenges, hardships, struggles. And this is all in service to our growth, our resilience, and ultimately our liberation from the human ego and its powers, and the human ego not only in the individual but in the collective. And so it's important for us to know as we are moving through chapters of change and growth that it's natural that the ego might throw up some resistance roadblocks, right? Some energetic confusion. I've been known, and this comes from one of my teachers, this phrase, the spin cycle from Jen Tyler, with whom I am working closely at this time, is we get into this sort of spin cycle where like we're in a washing machine and everything is just getting repatterned, and it can be disorienting, it can be overwhelming, it can feel like a lot in the physical body. And dropping down in those moments when we're feeling the resistance, when we're feeling the spin cycle, when we're feeling overwhelmed, and really using the body as an instrument of transmission from your soul, from your higher self, and indeed from God, Source, Creator, the universe, life, whatever term you might use, and really understanding that that is helping you, guiding me, right? Guiding us all to harmonize and align with our sovereign divinity, which is encapsulated and is contained and is whole, perfect, and complete within each of our hearts. And letting that expansion express itself and allow and observe and just be present with and to the barriers, the resistance, the struggles. That's just more of the mind creating stories or narratives around a situation, dropping into that deeper knowing in the heart and that deeper trusting and knowing that everything, it's not a knowing from a thought, it's not a trusting from a thought, it's a knowing and trusting that everything, every single thing that you are experiencing, that I am experiencing, is working out for our highest and best good always, even when the human mind cannot understand yet the why. And oftentimes we don't get the why, or sometimes it comes later, right? And just being present to your soul's expression of your divinity, your sovereignty, your liberation, your freedom, so that you can express yourself in your most whole, perfect, and complete manner. So as I was connecting with these sovereign codes, there was this beautiful, I mean, it was stunning, beautiful. It was like, imagine the finest of finest of finest glitters that are so fine you can just barely see them. Like they're just that, that super, super, super fine glitter. And it was just this, it was an energy field of this beautiful golden micro glitter, for lack of a better word, that was infusing the energy field and the heart and all of the cells in the body and all of the extended energy fields permeating and entering and infusing all of the chakras. And so this omnipresent returning of ourself, if you will, for lack of a better, language. It's so hard to speak about spiritual experiences that are non-dualistic in a language system that is everything about separation and division, right? So trying to convey that is can be a little tricky. But that was what was coming through for us in these sovereign codes. And there wasn't so much, a lot of times I see patterns. I see a lot of different codes, or I'll see um, different types of sacred geometries. But in this instance, it was this really diffuse, beautiful micro glitter. And they weren't like sparkly glitter. It was like just pure. It was just pure micro golden light that was coming in a beautiful field for us. So I hope that you are feeling the energy of that. You are connecting to the sovereign codes contained within that because you are that. I am that. We are that. So until next time, thank you so much for joining. If you haven't done so already, please offer what download and transmission you received, whether or not you participated in the meditation, but we're working on today's theme is embodiment, the egg. So take a look in the show notes and there will be information for you to join that free container if you feel called to do so. Until next time, thank you so much for being here. I see you, I feel you, I hear you, and I am here for you. From my healer's heart to yours. And until next time, namaste.